Patrick Mahomes and company now at 9-0 after eking out that win over the Broncos. And Clark was not shy about expressing her Chiefs fandom online.
Caitlin Clark's recent social media post celebrating a Kansas City Chiefs victory set off a wave of excitement. But not all the feedback was supportive. Amidst the cheers, some fans jumped in with accusations, calling the Indiana Fever star a bandwagon fan. But is that fair? Is Clark's allegiance really that recent, or does it run deeper than most realize?
You've touched on this a bit, but how much of a family deal was this for you growing up where it's Sunday, everyone gets around the TV and watches the Chiefs game?
In this video, we're peeling back the layers to reveal the full story behind Clark's connection to the Chiefs. It's a tale that goes beyond casual fandom, stretching back to her days as a young sports enthusiast growing up in Iowa. We'll explore the moments that solidified her loyalty and trace how her support evolved from being just another dedicated fan to earning the admiration of the Kansas City players and Chiefs Kingdom itself. And what's even more intriguing? The history and support between Clark and Kansas City's star player, Patrick Mahomes. But what makes Caitlin Clark and Mahomes more alike than different? Get ready to find out why Caitlin Clark's passion for the Chiefs isn't a fleeting trend, but a cornerstone of her story, and why that story might just make her the Patrick Mahomes of women's basketball. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
That's what I really looked forward to most on Sundays. You know, there wasn't obviously college sports, but, you know, we would be watching the Chiefs, and I would be upset if they lost, and I still am. Like every Sunday, that's what, you know, is usually the brightest part of my day is turning on the TV and watching the Chiefs.
Caitlin Clark's love for the Kansas City Chiefs isn't just a recent trend fueled by Super Bowl wins or high-profile players. It's a bond that began more than a decade ago, deeply rooted in her upbringing in Iowa. After all, Kansas City is a mere 3-hour drive to her hometown of Des Moines. Growing up, Sundays were sacred in the Clark household, dedicated to family, football, and the roar of Chiefs Kingdom. A childhood photo captures a young Clark donning a cherished Chiefs jersey, her eyes wide with the same spark that would later ignite her basketball career. It's a visual testament to her loyalty, a loyalty that's endured the test of time. But what drew young Caitlin to the Chiefs in the first place? It wasn't just their gameplay, it was the team's embodiment of resilience, grit, and the thrill of overcoming the odds. These qualities resonated with a young athlete who would grow to display that same tenacity initially on the soccer field. Clark often recounts memories of watching games with her family, her voice mixing with the cheers when the Chiefs made a game-changing play. These moments were more than just football. They were formative experiences that linked her identity to the team.
Always a big deal. My dad always had them on, whether we were in the basement, whether we were upstairs. A lot of times my family would be cooking. My mom is like the best chef of all time, so she would oftentimes make really good food while we were watching.
As Clark's talent in basketball blossomed, first in high school and then in college at the University of Iowa, her support for the Chiefs remained steadfast. Even as she was breaking records and leading her team to historic victories, Clark never missed the chance to celebrate her favorite NFL team. Her social media feeds became a digital scrapbook of game day cheers, reactions to miraculous plays, and messages of unwavering support. Clark's dedication didn't stop at social media. She's attended numerous games at Arrowhead Stadium, joining the sea of red and gold as one of the fans. It's in these moments, surrounded by the chants and energy of Chiefs Kingdom, that Clark's love for the team feels most palpable. She isn't there as a celebrity. She's there as Caitlin, the lifelong fan who feels every high and low of the game.
Clark may be from Iowa and play in Indiana, Colts country, but she's also a huge fan of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. She says she's been a fan of the team most of her life.
But as much as Clark's devotion is inspiring, the story takes an interesting turn when you see how the Chiefs and their most prominent figures have responded to her support. It's one thing to be a loyal fan. It's another to be acknowledged by the very stars you cheer for. Next, we'll explore how Patrick Mahomes, Brittany Mahomes, and the entire Chiefs Kingdom embraced Caitlin Clark as one of their own. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
I'm a huge Patrick Mahomes fan. I think he's incredible. Obviously a great person, but a great football player too.
While Caitlin Clark's devotion to the Kansas City Chiefs is well documented, the most fascinating part of her story is how that admiration is reciprocated by the team itself. It's rare for a WNBA star to receive public support from high-profile NFL figures, but Caitlin Clark isn't just any fan. She's a star who's earned the respect of Chiefs Kingdom. One standout moment came during the 2024 NCAA tournament when the Chiefs' official social media accounts posted a heartfelt message cheering her on. "You cheered for us. Now it's our turn. All of Chiefs Kingdom is rooting for you tonight, Caitlin Clark. This simple gesture resonated with fans, reinforcing that her relationship with the team was more than just one-sided. It showed that the Chiefs, and by extension their supporters, saw her as part of their community. The admiration didn't stop there. Patrick Mahomes himself, known for his humility and leadership, spoke about Clark in an interview, praising her game and competitiveness.
Just a tremendous player, tremendous person from every time I've met with her and talked. You can tell she loves the game. She loves playing at Iowa, and it's gonna be one of the best women's basketball, one of the best college basketball players to ever play, and then go to the WNBA and dominate there as well. Hopefully I never have to play her one-on-one because she'll for sure be getting buckets on me.
It's not every day that a superstar quarterback known for changing the landscape of football singles out a WNBA rookie. But Mahomes saw something special in Clark, a reflection of his own journey and dedication. Brittany Mahomes, equally vocal in her support, added another layer to the story. When Clark faced criticism and tough moments in the WNBA, Brittany didn't hesitate to offer public encouragement, saying,
Caitlin Clark, keep doing your thing. You're a baller, and it's incredible to see what you're doing for the game and women's sports.
These words weren't just supportive, they were empowering, showcasing the bond between two influential women connected through sport. This mutual admiration has helped expand Clark's appeal beyond basketball. Chiefs fans, already known for their fierce loyalty, found it easy to rally behind someone who not only cheered for their team, but embodied the same resilience and drive that their star quarterback brought to the field. It's a dynamic that has helped bridge audiences, pulling in fans from both sports and showcasing how a shared passion can build connections across leagues. But what's even more compelling is how these public displays of support hint at a deeper parallel between Caitlin Clark and Patrick Mahomes, two athletes who have the potential to redefine their respective sports.
I don't know. I think it's kind of similar to how I play is, offensive firepower. It's exciting. It's not, usually what you see on the football field is just so many different exciting plays. And that's kind of how I play basketball too. So I think that's why I'm kind of drawn to it in a way.
Caitlin Clark and Patrick Mahomes, two names that, at first glance, come from completely different sports. Yet the parallels between these young phenoms are impossible to ignore. Both athletes burst onto the scene with undeniable talent, captivating audiences and immediately redefining their respective games. But what exactly makes them so similar? And why do fans see echoes of Mahomes' journey in Clark's rise? Let's start with their on-field and on-court presence. Mahomes is famous for his inventive play, dazzling fans with no-look passes, off-balance throws, and last-minute scrambles that change the trajectory of games.
They're one of the best duos. I think it's kind of similar to how we run offense at Iowa. Good point guard, good post player, good quarterback, great tight end.
Clark, in her own right, mirrors that electrifying energy on the basketball court. With deep three-pointers launched effortlessly from well beyond the arc, lightning-quick decision-making, and laser-precise passing, she creates a spectacle that keeps audiences on the edge of their seats. These two athletes share a willingness to push boundaries, proving that innovation isn't just a possibility. It's their trademark. Their ability to thrive under pressure is another defining trait. Mahomes has built a reputation for excelling in clutch moments, leading game-winning drives in the waning seconds and pulling off miraculous comebacks that seem almost scripted. Clark displayed this same poise during her college years at the University of Iowa. In high-stakes games, such as her iconic performance in college where she led her team to the Final Four, she cemented herself as a player who can shoulder pressure and come out stronger. This innate clutch gene makes both athletes invaluable to their teams and adored by fans. Remember this shot?
Martin looking. Here's Clark. She fires and goes! She hits!
And I start running around. I mean, that's the kind of shot you dream of in the front yard.
And then there's their leadership, which transcends individual talent. Mahomes isn't just the quarterback of the Chiefs. He's their cornerstone, rallying teammates and setting an example both on and off the field. His influence can be seen in how he encourages teammates, takes ownership during challenging moments, and maintains composure that inspires confidence in everyone around him. Clark plays a similar role with the Indiana Fever. Even as a freshman, she's shown a mature court presence that uplifts her teammates. Whether through perfectly timed assists that turn into highlight reels or words of encouragement after a tough play, Clark has quickly become a central figure in the Fever's lineup. Like Mahomes, her leadership isn't loud but powerful. It's defined by actions that make her teammates better. The influence of both players extends beyond their individual teams. Mahomes' rise turned the Chiefs into consistent championship contenders and revitalized a fan base that had long hoped for a return to glory. Similarly, Clark's entry into the WNBA has had a transformative effect. drawing new fans to the sport and boosting game day attendance. The Clark effect is evident not just in sold-out arenas but in social media trends, viewership records, and merchandise sales. Her presence is turning what was once a casual interest for some into a full-blown commitment to following the Fever and the WNBA.
And the Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history. Clarkonomics, my friend!
What's most striking is how they each bring a new wave of excitement to their sports. Mahomes' highlights have become must-watch TV for football fans around the world, while Clark's buzzer beaters and no-look passes are captivating basketball enthusiasts and drawing comparisons to Steph Curry and Larry Bird. Their impact isn't confined to statistics or accolades. It's felt in the way they inspire young athletes who see them as proof that boundaries can always be pushed further. The question now is, can Clark sustain this trajectory and build her legacy in the same way Mahomes has? If her current path is any indication, the answer seems likely. But what sets her apart from other players? And how does her evolving role position her as an icon in the WNBA? When Caitlin Clark joined the Indiana Fever, it wasn't just a new chapter for her. It marked a turning point for the entire franchise. The Fever, a team that had struggled for years to find its footing, suddenly found themselves at the center of attention. Clark's arrival brought more than just hope. It brought tangible change.
Caitlin Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing up in quite some time.
From her first games, it was clear that Clark's play style was a perfect match for the Fever. Her ability to read the court, deliver pinpoint passes, and hit clutch shots transformed the team's dynamic. She wasn't just scoring, she was setting up her teammates, creating opportunities, and making every player around her better. Fans witnessed the resurgence of seasoned stars like Kelsey Mitchell and promising new connections with rising talent like Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hull. Clark's impact was felt not just in points, but in the overall energy and synergy that made the Fever more competitive. But Clark's influence went beyond the stat sheet. Her presence turned home games into must-see events, with attendance numbers soaring to record highs. The Fever, a team that once struggled to fill seats, was now drawing enthusiastic crowds eager to see Clark in action. This wasn't just a local phenomenon. WNBA viewership numbers climbed as fans across the country tuned in to watch her play. Clark's star power was undeniable, and it was redefining what it meant to be a WNBA rookie.
The WNBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of the league.
The effects of her influence could be compared to Mahomes' transformative impact on the Chiefs. Just as Mahomes turned Kansas City into a perennial contender, Clark revitalized a franchise that had been searching for a spark. Her combination of skill, leadership, and magnetic appeal positioned her as more than just an exceptional player. She became a symbol of hope and excitement for the future of the Fever and the league. The true measure of Clark's potential lies in what comes next. With her inaugural season setting a high bar, the question is no longer whether she can meet expectations, but how much further she can push them. Can she guide the Fever to another championship? Will her continued success help elevate the WNBA to unprecedented levels of popularity? If her first season is any indication, Caitlin Clark isn't just a star for the Fever. She's poised to be one of the most influential figures in women's basketball.
As a Kansas City Chiefs fan, how long will Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift last?
They're gonna get married. You heard it here first.
Caitlin Clark's journey from a young girl in Iowa, cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs to becoming one of the most talked about stars in women's basketball, is nothing short of inspiring. Her story showcases the power of passion, dedication, and resilience, qualities she shares with her favorite team and its star, Patrick Mahomes. But this connection runs deeper than just fandom. It embodies mutual respect and a shared pursuit of greatness that spans across sports. Clark's impact on the Indiana Fever has already been profound, revitalizing a team and drawing in a wave of new fans. Just as Mahomes transformed the Chiefs and brought a new energy to the NFL, Clark is poised to do the same for the WNBA. Her leadership, unmatched skill, and magnetic appeal hint at a legacy that's still being written, one that could set a new standard for what it means to be a generational athlete. So, whether you're a Chiefs fan, a WNBA enthusiast, or simply someone who loves a good underdog story, Clark's path is a testament to how passion and hard work can create ripple effects that transcend sports. The best of Caitlin Clark's story is still ahead. And the best part? It's only just begun. Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.